Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, we got Royal Caribbean increasing deposits and making you pay for your cruise faster. We also have a story about a gentleman who I mentioned just a little while ago in a video. It's different when you're on a cruise when it comes to long distance plans, and I'll talk to you about that. And then we have some fun news. Princess has just announced a new collaboration that's going to be on the Sun Princess, and it's just another reason to be excited about this new ship. Today's video is brought to you by private internet access. Well, I just found a new reason to use a VPN. I took a train home for my most recent cruise, and while I was on the train, I tried to hook up to my work website and even Netflix, and all I got was a website cannot be reached screen. And I realized I hadn't switched on my VPN. Soon as I did, bam! I was able to reach both my work websites and Netflix. Boy, was I glad I was using a VPN. A VPN is a must-have these days to hide your personal information and data from hackers who are looking to steal your personal information. Why did I choose private internet access over all the other VPNs? Well, how about the fact that I can protect not just 1, 2, 4, 8, 10, unlimited devices. All my laptops, my computers, my cell phones, my tablets, anything I can cover all under one plan. By using my link below, you too can get an 83% discount as well as 4 months free. For as little as $2.03 a month, you too can travel with peace of mind like I do. And thank you again to Private Internet Access for sponsoring this video. Well, since we just heard about why you should have a VPN and reasons to have it, let's talk about a gentleman who was traveling to Europe. He started off in Barcelona. I think he was on like a 12-day cruise, and he bought a T-Mobile all-included plan. So unlimited text and talk travel plan, which is supposed to cover you. It was $50 per phone. He had 2 phones for this trip. I have the very same kind of plan with Bell Canada. When I travel, I am charged only a certain amount per day based on, what country I'm in. Well, this plan had an all-encompassing for that area, $50 for the cruise. You're good. Unfortunately, he forgot to take into account that cruise ships sail outside of waters. And when they're out in the middle of the ocean or in separate areas and they're further away from a certain distance from a land antenna, then they hook up to the satellite system. And the satellite system is not included in any roaming plan, which means you're now being charged, in this case, $5.99 a minute. So when he got home, he got a $612 phone bill. Well, he reached out to T-Mobile. He even had called them because he got a warning during the cruise that said, hey, you're already up to $95. This is like on day 2. And he said, so he called them right away and they said, don't worry about it. You have this plan. It'll be all fixed. Don't worry about it. Well, it wasn't fixed. And then when he contacted them, they did reduce the amount per minute a little bit, but he still owed over $400. Well, he finally got an activist, one of those shows that will reach out, and news shows that will reach out to companies and that to try and get something resolved, and he did get things resolved. He actually got money back, so his bill turned out to be a total of $108. But it's just a warning to everybody out there. When you're on the water, you should be having your phone on airplane mode, because if it hooks up to the satellite and you're paying for roaming charges, it does not matter that you have a travel plan with your phone company. Just as a heads up. Next we have Princess Cruise Lines, the Sun Princess. They just announced Spellbound. And this is going to be a new magical area on board. Now, it will most likely, by the looks of it, going to be a paid event because it's very limited seating and there's cocktails being served and things like that. That all represents the area. They've hooked up with Magic Castle. which is a very famous magician, magical kind of show. Well, they're going to be having an interactive experience. We're going to walk into this area. It'll be set up like a parlor. You're going to interact with a spirit, an owl, and it's going to tell you the story of the history on the Sun Princess and the spirits and things like that. And then you'll be ushered into a room that only sits about 30 people. So a very intimate area, because it's going to be interactive and very, it's much like a large chef's table without the food. However, there will be performing around you and magic, and yeah, something more to be excited about, as they will curtail the performances and the costume in the Victorian ages, and even have cocktails made specifically for this event on board. Sign me up. That sounds like an awful lot of fun. I don't mind paying for like a specialty area like that for a specialty item. That you're going to get something different. You're paying extra. Obviously, they can't open it up to everybody because it only sits 30 people. So if you have a ship of 4,000 people, you got to have a 200-day cruise in order to fit everybody in there. So I am very happy to hear that. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. And finally, Royal Caribbean has just announced effective immediately, which means today, folks, if you're booking a cruise now and getting ready to book one, any cruise that's 15 days or longer, you're going to have to pay that sooner. Right now, it's 90 days, and as of today, it moves to 120 days. In other words, not 3 months, 4 months, you have to pay this cruise sooner. Not only that, they've also stated that the deposits are going to be going up as well. This does not count right now for cruises 14 days or less, but we'll see what happens in the future. We'll see how many times, if anyone complains about this, if there's too much of an uproar, then maybe you might see it come to cruises that are 7 days or longer. But at least 2-week cruises are still safe. It's only the 15-day or longer, and the deposits are going up as well. I have a feeling we might see this trend pass on to other cruise lines as well, because a lot of them used to have 90-day and 120-day depending on the cruise line, but when the pandemic hit and they were trying to book people and they had to keep canceling months after months and months as the restart kept taking longer and longer, they actually shortened that period to pay, all the way up to 1 month before the cruise, because they didn't know if they could even sail at that point or who would be eligible to sail at that point. So yeah, here we go. So be warned when you're on a cruise ship in the water, once it leaves port, it doesn't take very long for all of a sudden your phone to pick up a satellite instead of the coastal, and you can get a huge, huge phone bill. Royal Caribbean raising prices for deposits, and you got to pay sooner, and then, hey, that Spellbound sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope I can get into it on my inaugural sailing in February on the Sun Princess. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.